Okay, let's see if everything is working. Hey everyone, how you doing? Imran from Web Squadron. It's Saturday, the 28th of December. This may be the last live chat of 2024. Who knows? I might go on earlier. Hey Raheem, my son is watching from upstairs. Or maybe he's on his phone. I don't know where he is. I know he's not in this room, he's out somewhere. Hope you all had a really great Merry Christmas. I had a pretty good one. Totally filled up and stuffed on mashed potato and gravy and everything else I ate. I've been working hard on the stepper and trying to just eat lots of chicken for the last sort of like 2 or 3 days to make up for the fact of all the carbohydrates I eat. You know, one of the tricks or the things to do is to max out on protein. Hey Raheem, how you doing, mate?
I told you I was going.
Do you want to pop your volume off?
Yep.
I always have to remind him, pop your volume up. Were you on screen then? Oh, there you are. You are on screen. Yeah. So the guy, how you doing? Yusuf Gladiator Gaming. Hope you're okay. So yeah, it's been a pretty good Christmas so far. And I hope you've all had great fun with your family, presents, and stuff like that. It's been great and good for me. I've still been working on stuff, emails and messages and problem solving. Even had a client meeting, but not really what I would call hands-on website work, other than my own website, learn.websquadron. And I'm currently working on a few, I don't want to call them courses, they're more guides, and I'm hoping I can share more about them in, I don't know, 2 to 3 weeks' time, hopefully mid-January-ish. And I'll tell you more about them once I get done. Hey Eddie, how you doing? Nice. Hey, you've changed your profile pic. That's about time, Eddie. To be honest, your old profile pic was fine as well, but it's always good to mix things up a little bit. Abu Bakr, how you doing? What's 2025 looking for you? Well, that's actually what I wanted to come on the live chat to kind of talk about a little bit. Raheem, watch out for that. You're gonna watch out for where you're leaning because of the lights and stuff. Because it's taken me so long to set this up, I'll be really mad if he does not sort it out. By the way, I need to watch Squid Games season 2. Hopefully, we're going to watch that tonight. Eddie, I'm 55. Himanshu, hello from India. Merry Christmas to you too. I have a question. Is there any free live chat available for WordPress? Now, this is an interesting one. There are member plugins, BuddyPress and stuff like that. When it comes to live chat, what you've got to think about is how are you going to enable that? So if you're using Elementor, they have the floating button. Is it the floating bar? I think it's the floating button widget, whereby you can enable it to go to WhatsApp. So when it comes to like live chat, is it like live chat with a support member, or do you want to set up like a forum live chat? In that scenario, I'm not going to tell you what I would use because I don't have a huge amount of experience with that. But if you go to Google, you will find something that's going to be pretty useful for you. Yusuf says, nah, it's not that exciting, man. What do you mean? What? The whole Merry Christmas bit? Can I spoil Squid Game? No, please don't. In fact, I'm probably going to kick you out. If you spoil it, I will block you from the channel. All right, so I'm going to block you from the channel if you do. So don't spoil it because that's not fair on anyone in terms of that's not fair on anyone who's watching. And that's a bad thing to do. Zelmed says, amazing to see your live chat for the first time. Hey, been doing live chats for about 3 years now, coming up to 3 years, and it's been pretty good. I used to do them daily. Then I went to like twice a week, no, 3 times a week, then twice a week, then once a week, then once every other week, and now it's a little bit intermittent. Now I wanted to come on the live chat because I wanted to talk a bit about what is the plan for 2025? And as you know, I have my finger in lots of pies. So what I mean by that is I obviously do web design, web agency, and we have quite a few clients, legacy clients, but we also have work coming in. Got a couple of projects that should be kicking off in January, beginning-ish of January. We sell courses, how to do an Elementor website, how to do CSS, and we've done some other courses in the past. We got guides, we got stuff we do. And obviously problem solving, Facebook group, Elemental group. Let me just change this for a minute, just so you can see the camera a little bit, if that helps you.
Not the I can see it from here.
Okay, let me just do that.
I'm watching on my phone.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, fingers in lots of pies, all right? And when I say helping out on forums, that's like a full-time job in itself. Because when you see a problem and you want to solve it, it becomes a challenge for you, even though I will not benefit from solving that problem, because you will, because you'll go back to your client and you'll say, yeah, we can do this. I can solve this for you. Don't forget to smash the like button. But I love to create solutions. And I like to see myself in that kind of, I feel like there's a gap at the moment with a lot of YouTubers, okay? And I'm not saying everyone is guilty of this, because not everyone is, but there is a bit of a gap where a lot of influencers, what we do is we tell you how to do something, or there's a new feature, or there's a new plugin, and this is how you do it. I like to showcase solutions. So I know a lot of people had a problem with vertical carousel. Boom, I create a solution. What about all the code snippets I put out there? What about the inverted curved border, where there are solutions, but they are way long-winded and tricky and not very responsive and basically a pile of shit, okay? And what I put out there was like 1,000,000 times better. Even though I'm kind of singing my own praises, a lot of people that have seen it have kind of come back and gone, wow, why did no one think of doing this? So I like to do stuff like that. On top of that, it takes up a lot of my time, because sometimes there's a problem. I think I've got a method of how to do it, and I might lose 2 or 3 days or a week of my life and then realize it was never going to work. So I go through the pain of juggling family life, work life, home life, cat life, agency life, and just generally life. All right. It is never ending. But I am now changing my mindset a little bit for 2025. So here's what you're probably going to notice is a little bit of a change from me. I'm still going to be doing videos. I'm still going to be doing problem solving. I'm still going to be kind of doing everything I currently do. But I will do less web agency work. Web agency work is great. You know, you obviously get an income from designing websites and whatnot. But sometimes when you're continuously back and forth working with clients and things like that, scope creep, nailing down proposals, getting the specification red hot, ready to go, oven ready, and you're doing all of this work, it ain't all frustrating. And when you're desperate for the income, you commit shitloads of time to it. You want to make sure that every client that comes to you, or you've cold called or cold emailed and they want to work with you now, you want to win every friggin' job there is, right? So you put everything into it. I'm quite lucky that ever since I went full time with this in January 2022, because prior to that it was part time and prior to that it was a side hustle, I've not had to chase. I've not had to go, yeah, I'm going to work with you. I've been able to pick and choose because I have other sources of income and stuff as well. I do stocks and shares. There's other stuff I do. So I'm looking at it now and going, well, I don't have to pump out one website a month to survive. I don't even have to do one website a quarter. I could just do 2 websites a year if I want. So I'm easing down, and I will work on websites if they pay what I say the rate is or what the proposal is I put forward. I've kind of been doing that for the last 7-8 months. So some people come, they want a website, and I go, yeah, it's 15,000 or 5,000 or 3,000 for me to do, whatever. Okay, a day's rate, I'll charge you $2,000, $2,400. Work out the conversion to GBP, which is usually about 72, 75%, you can work it out. And a lot of people go, whoa, we're not paying that. I don't care. That's a great position to be in, all right? And I've kind of been like that since January 2022, because I did not want to leave my day job, go into web design agency full time, and then end up going, crap, I gotta win every job. I have to win every job, every proposal, every project. If I don't win it yet, I am in deep, deep trouble. I did not want to be that person. I did not want to be caught up where you start doing silly proposals. Oh, you want an e-commerce store like Amazon? Yeah, I'll do that. And then you're not shitting yourself, but you are worrying on how to deliver because you went and agreed to something that you don't even fully know what to do. Which I should say is 90% of the queries I see in the forums. Hi, I've got a client. I said I'm going to do X, Y, Z, but I don't know how to do it. How do I do this? And I always go back with, is this what you're doing or what the client said they want you to do? And if you agreed with the client to do X, Y, Z, sorry, let me rephrase that. Why did you agree to do that with the client if you didn't know how to do it? Because the client now has an expectation that you will deliver. Just going to quickly catch up on the comments. Abu is saying, as a WordPress developer, I have a question I've learned successfully. You learned HTML and CSS. What should I learn next? I mean, it's up to you, Abu, right? Can you get jobs using that? Do you have to learn JS, JavaScript? If you have to, go and learn it. Do you have to learn GSAP? Go and learn it. You don't have to. Loads of people can't even do basic CSS or HTML, but they're doing really, really well. So it's not about saying, well, I have a tick list of courses I got to do. That's not how life works out, because you could have 0 computer skills and still be more successful than someone who's got 5 degrees and PhDs in computer programming, right? Because the one who's really got every certificate in computer programming might not be able to articulate to customers and clients. They've got poor communication skills. They're not able to put together a proposal, right? They may be like, yeah, I can do all of that, but I can't convey it. So they might not do well. Whereas someone who's really articulate and good at sales pitch and closing deals, they may have basics, and that might be all you need to know. So have a think about what you need to do. Hey, Leanna, hope you're all right. Yusuf says the issue is I've got custom breakpoints, but laptop breakpoint isn't working. I don't know, Yusuf. You know, I'm not too sure how to help you there unless we can see how you built your website and all of that. Leanna's having a problem with the anchor. So when you say you have a problem, what is the problem with your anchor? Is it that you're having an offset? Is it hidden behind a sticky header? Is it that you click it and it doesn't go to the anchor? Is it the link you've put in? Remember, anchors are case sensitive, and you got to put hashtag and then the anchor name. So have a think about that. Hey, Dave, Merry Christmas to you too and Happy New Year. Great to see you, and I hope you had a great time with your family or your friends or whatever you were eating, my friend. The guy says, I have clients now. How can I leave you a review? Look, just drop me an email. Send me an email with a review. So info@websquadron.co.uk, and I'll stick it on the website. I don't make reviews up. Everything is honest that I put on here. ADMB, hello dude, go to India. I'm not sure what you want me to go to India for or what you mean entirely by that. Zalmeb, I learned WordPress Elementor from my tutorials, no education experience. No problems, Mahmood. Right, I'm really glad that anything I do makes a difference. By the way, the topic of today is what is my plan for what I'm going to be doing in 2025. And I'll talk more about that in a moment after I've gone through the comments. Hassan Siraj, I'm always confused if I should learn coding languages beside WordPress. You only need to learn coding languages if it is going to help you win more jobs. Do you need it? Are you making an income with or without it? Okay, like I can drive. Thank you, mate. It's all right. Just my Anchor Prime charger thing has arrived. This is for chargers. Don't you worry, Raheem. So what was I saying? Coding languages. What was I saying? There was a point I was going to make, and it's gone out of my head now. Oh, it's gone out of my head. It'll probably come back to me. Zalmed, I have some basic questions. Advise me where I can post to get your answer. You've got to go to Facebook, do a search for Web Squadron. There is a Facebook group for Web Squadron. Join it. I'll let you in once you request to be a member, and then you can post your question there. As long as you're not spamming and posting links to go off to other stuff. But if you want to post your question there, you can do. Right, Leanna, you've got. Hey, George, did you have a Merry Christmas, George? What? What's Christmas like in not Greece? I was going to say no. Yeah, Greece. No, hold on. Oh no, mate, I can't remember. Are you in Cyprus or Greece? No, you're in Greece, aren't you, George? This is really bad. I've forgotten now. Is it Cyprus or Greece? What was Christmas like there? Back to Leanna. Can you do a search for in the videos, Web Squadron videos? Can you do a search for offset? One word, offset. OFFSET anchor. Offset anchor. Right? Can you do a search? There's a video that will tell you what you need to do with your sticky header issue thingamajig. Can you go there? And like Robert says, there is a new anchor. They have got the offset there as well. But if you're not sure about what that means or how to use it, go and watch my video, because then you'll get a better understanding of the offset. Look, the simplest way to look at it is if your sticky header is, let's say, 100 pixels tall, you want to offset 100 and say 10 pixels or 100. I would say go for 110. Just add a little bit more. So when you now click, it will go, because at the moment your anchor is going behind the header. So if your header is 50 pixel tall, you want to offset 55, for instance. But if you're using VH, to say it's 5 VH, you now want to offset by 6 VH, so that when you hit the anchor, it will go like that, and you'll see it fine, and you'll be totally fine. Right, 2025. Okay, I'm easing down on web agency work. That doesn't mean I'm not going to be doing work, because I still have legacy clients and I'm still going to be learning. I'm still going to be doing YouTube videos. There's no let up there, all right? I love to create solutions. I love to solve problems. I love creating things. That's just me. Courses and guides. Now, I'm going to try and do more guides and webinars, because the common problem, or the common questions I see a lot are, how do I get clients? Hey, Rudro from Bangladesh, hope you're all right. How do I get clients? How do I grow as a business? How do I scale up? How do I improve my branding? These questions I have strategies for that work for me. And these questions, I've kind of already told a lot of people what to do, but I don't drill down in depth. But I do when I have a consultation. And that's the other thing I'm going to increase more of in terms of offering consultations to people, because I do give away too much free time, right? How do I solve this? Oh, yeah, I'll solve it for you. I'll try and solve it for you. How do I do X, Y, Z? Oh, yeah, I'll look into it for you. In the last 4 months, I was going to say 3, but it's 4 months, I get a lot of DMs. I get a lot of direct messages, emails. Hey, Imran, I've been watching your videos. I've been supporting you since day one. I'm going to come on to that in a moment. Can you please look at this problem for me? And it's like they give me links, logins, images, photos, loads of stuff. And I always go back with the same response. I'd love to help you, but you are one of many requests that I get. If you want to hire me for a private one-to-one consultation, I will look deeper, but I'm not taking this any further because I've got to protect my time. The majority don't respond, or they do. Some of them do, and they're a bit abusive. They're a bit like, how dare you do that? Oh, you're using us. We've subscribed to you and you put out videos, but now you want us to pay you. That's your scammer. I'm like, no, I'm not scamming you. I put out a video 2 days ago. No, was it yesterday? Was it yesterday? I think it was yesterday. and it was about oh god, it was about changing your header when you scroll. Now that was taken from the Elementor website course, right? I just took a video and dumped it. If you want the code, you got to join the course. It's like a promo, but you can see the code on the screen. I haven't hidden the code. The code is on the screen. But if you want to just copy and paste it, you got to join the course. A lot of people were not happy. But that's because so many people, and I'm not saying you're all guilty of this, but a lot of people fail to understand the amount of free guidance I've given out in the last 3.5 years on Facebook, on private messages, on YouTube videos. I mean, I've got over 2,500 videos now in the space of 3.5 years. That's a huge amount of resources and knowledge I've put out there. So now when people contact me, I really, really don't care unless they hire me for a one-to-one, because every time you take on someone's problem, even when you're just being helpful, right? I am happy to be helpful on the forums. But the minute someone then says, yeah, but what about this and what about that? And I'm like, but that's not what you asked. Or now you're taking me on a tangent. Or now you want me to mastermind a perfect solution for you. That's where I draw the line. Because now you've got to hire me for a one-to-one if you want me to do that. Because I'm not going to bust a gut for free. If I give you 1 hour of my time, that's 1 hour productivity I've lost, right? You could say, yeah, but you are being productive. No, I'm not. For them, I am, but not for me. So I for the last 4 months, I've been very hard on that angle in terms of I'll help some people, but the amount of people that then contact me directly, and I'm going full circle now, okay, to a point I made moments ago. They all start off with, I've been following you since day one. I've been a long time subscriber. I've been watching all of your videos. You are fantastic. You are great. You know, I've learned so much from you. Can you do this? Listen, I don't suck up to people, and I don't like what I call fake sucking up either. Okay, I've seen it all my life, and I can see it a mile away. I can see the way sometimes people look at each other, and I can detect it. And when it's clear as mud because it's been written, I see it even more. Just because anyone watches our videos or subscribes or has liked or whatever, or has bought a course, does not give anyone an open license to say, you've got to work with me because I've supported you. That's not how life works, okay? That's just not how it is, okay? Because you're not going to walk into a shop and say, I've been coming to your shop every day. Every day I've bought a sandwich from your shop. You deserve to give me a sandwich for free. Because they ain't going to give you a sandwich for free. No shop does. Unless they're related to you. That's different. Right, so I'm just going to answer Rudro's question. Everyone says the WordPress era is over. It's not. It's not over. Yes, we have an issue with Matt Mullenweg, WP Engine, Automatic, but WordPress era is not over. The WordPress era, there has been a small chunk eaten up by Shopify or others, but Shopify has been around a long time. Squarespace has been around a long time. Wix has been around a long time. WordPress is still over 40% of the market. Elementor, every website built now, 11%. Am I getting this right? I might get my numbers wrong. No, I'm right. 11% of all WordPress websites out there are Elementor. Or is it every website? I can't remember now, but WordPress is over 40%. It ain't going anywhere. And if you want to believe the hype, if you want to believe like, this is the next big thing, forget WordPress, use this. What happens when something else comes along? Forget that, use this. And what happens when something else comes along? Forget that, forget that, forget that. Use this. When ChatGPT came out, ChatGPT was the thing, right? That's it. Yeah, Crystal. It's actually 11% now of 40. 11%. I think it's 42% is WordPress, and 11% of the 42. Oh, do you know what? I'm getting my head mixed up now. I had it all written down. By the way, hope you're all right, Crystal, and Happy New Year to you too next week, and I hope you had a Merry Christmas. When ChatGPT came out, it was the big thing, right? Then we had Bing AI, which weren't that good. Then we have Jemima, all right? Gemini, not Jemima, Gemini AI. And we had all these other AI tools, right? They were all popping up everywhere. And people going, oh, ChatGPT is so yesterday. This is a new AI tool. Oh, that AI tool or ChatGPT or Midjourney is so yesterday. You got to use this. Oh, Sora AI, and then we got this AI and Perplexity and all of that. Nothing is better than another unless you deem it better. This is really important, okay? 25, no, let me get this right. 35 years, no, let me get this right. 34 years ago, the first Nike Air Max came out. The Nike Air. I think it was 34 years ago because it was around 1990. It was either 1991, I think it was 1990, right? The first Nike Air came out. And everyone I knew was like, Nike Air is the best trainer in the world. Was it the best trainer in the world? Or was it the best because it was best for you? Because for someone else, something else is best for them. Just like with a car. This is the best car in the world. Who's it best for? So is WordPress on its dying knees and last legs? No. Next year, I may have a different opinion. 5 years, 10 years. You don't know, but it's not on its last legs. All right. By the way, George, I just saw your response there about ignore those people. Absolutely, mate. That's what I'm doing. Eugene Man, can I make a video about breadcrumbs without premium? Look, have you tried Slim SEO? Slim SEO is my premium plugin that I think you should go. Oh, but you have seen it. Try Slim SEO. That's a pretty good one to go for. Rudro, what WordPress from are you using most? Contact 7 or Fluent? I just use Elemental. I'm very firmly in the Elemental camp. I nearly left Elemental, went to Bricks. I still dabble with Bricks, but I'm very firmly using Elemental because they have made some leaps and bounds. I know it's not perfect. I know Bricks does some stuff really, really well, like the components and the class system and all of that. But I can get by without relying massively on that. So what, again, I'm one of those people that is like, do I need take this can, right? This can, once you've popped the pin, there's no lid, right? You can get lids that you can pop on here, but I'm not fussed because I will finish this in the next hour or so. So I don't need it to have a lid. And even if it has got a lid, because of the amount of air in there, the air will still circulate. So the amount of fizz you lose here is going to be no different to if it's open. Work out the physics of it and you'll realize I'm telling the truth. It's not about how tight it is. It's about the amount of air to circulate. So could this can be perfected? Probably yes. But does it do the job for me? Do I need it to do anything else? No. And that's the same with Elemental. I have found I'm able to deliver $15,000, $20,000 websites, win clients, win proposals, make them happy, and roll with it. So do I have to switch to another platform or build yet? No. But again, 1 year, 5 year, 10 years time, ask me the question again. I may give a different answer. Let me just read some of the questions. Abdullah says, how much PHP should we learn to become a plugin developer? Only you can answer that, Abdullah. I don't build plugins. George and a few other people here have built plugins, but yeah, my can seems smaller than usual. Is it because of where I'm holding it up? I don't know if it's the way I held it up, George. It might be the angle. It might be the angle of the camera. The camera is at an angle, George. So can you see the room? You can see the corner like that. So rather than me sat here where it used to be a flat wall, I've now moved the camera like that way, and my table now is more of an angle as well. Could be that. Hey Floyd, how you doing? Christmas was great. I'm enjoying myself and getting on with things. So Abdullah, it all very much depends on you. What do you want to learn to be successful? AI web design tools. So Paul, look, there are AI web design tools out there. None of them are perfect. I still feel like you need the human touch, because even if AI gives you an amazing looking website, I'm a landscaper, here's my logo, here's my spiel, here's my keywords, create a website. You're still going to need someone to go in and modify it, right? And you got to ask sometimes, does the client really want to do that? Are they going to do it? So I still feel like at the moment, there is still a market for web designers. McAlpy says, I have a tool called Thorium Builder, and I'd like to know what methods I can use to make apps with it. Okay, look. So look, you've got a tool called Thorium Builder, right? And you want to do loads of stuff with it. I've never used that plugin, so I don't know about it. There will be a developer. There will be a support forum or an email. Have you asked them? What do they say to you? That's your first point of call. PULP, Pulp, how much should I charge a customer for a 15-page website? Well, okay, so look, these kind of questions are a little bit difficult to answer. Where are you based? Where's the client based, right? How much would you charge for a one-page website? Is it e-commerce? Are all the pages simple, or are some of them complex? Tell me all of that. Because until you tell me that, I can't give you a price. And by the way, do you want me to tell you what I would charge? Again, it comes down to the complexity of what you need to build. Ugman says, waiting for my video about dynamic. I've already done it, Ugman. I already did a video on 3.26. I did it when the beta came out. I didn't go in depth, but I have already done a video. In fact, I did a video the day after I did the beta, so I have got videos out on it. Any clue on when Elementor will get a global class system? Right. We are on version 3.26. At some point, we're going to go to version 4. I think Elementor are working on it, and we're going to get the global class system in version 4. I am suspicious. Why have we gone 3.2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26? Are we going to have a 27? Are we going to get 3.3? Have you seen Rank Math? They're like on version 1.130 something, ridiculously high number. At what point do we move? I think version 4. Who agrees with me on that? Version 4. Who agrees with me? Mel, any thoughts on Spectra? I had a look at Spectra, never went in depth into it. Some people like it. I have never dabbled with it deep enough I've never dabbled deep enough to know. Rudro says I look Asian. My mum and dad are from Pakistan. I mean, I'm born and bred in England, but my mum and dad are from Pakistan. So maybe the lighting makes me look lighter, but if I turn the light off, like if I turn it off, I'll go super dark. Hello? Let me put myself back on again. Elementor should add breadcrumbs. Well, it depends on the SEO tool, to be honest. Yuri, are you living from YouTube, or are you still working? Well, I still work with new clients if they can afford me. Plain and simple, Yuri. If the clients can pay, I'll give them all my time. If they can't pay, I'll just, well, I won't work with them. Right, Abdullah says, how can I improve my design concept? I'm good with functionality, but weak in design. Easy. Go to Dribble. If you're building a website for a dentist, do a search for dentist websites. If you're doing websites for landscapers, do a search for it. Look at the different designs. What do you like and don't like? You got Elementor templates. You got Template Monster. Dribble is a really good place. But if you're doing it for a client, have they already got a website? Have they got any competitors that are close to them, right, or online? Go and look at their websites. Say to the client, what do you like and what don't you like? Let them feed you. And then you go, okay, I like that kind of header. I like that call to action. I like these kind of images. What's your branding color? What's your logo? Your images are too colorful. They conflict with the logo and the branding. Maybe we need to go and get some stock images. Maybe we need to saturate the images. Maybe we need to feed through a gradient or a color. How do we get everything to flow and make it look good? But if you are a web designer, all right, I'm going to be fucking honest here, right? If you are a web designer and you can't, and I'm not being rude here, but if you can't think through, how do I satisfy this specification? How do I meet the requirements? How do I design a dentist website? How do I get their branding or their logo over? If you can't think out the box that you need to look at other designs, then you need to stop and reconsider if you're ready to be a web designer. That doesn't mean you can't. You just need to reconsider if you need to do it now. So what you need to do is go and look at example websites. Templates answering UG man is okay to learn, right? You do it to learn. When I was first starting New Elementor, I looked at some of the templates, but I didn't use them to put onto a client's website. I used them to learn. Oh, that looks really good. How do they do that? And we're going back to the days of section and columns. All right, it's a section and a column. Oh, and it's an inner section. And then they did this, and I think there's a bit of CSS code there, because when I do the icon list, it looks like that, and they made it look like that. And you learn. You inspect it. Console, what's the CSS? Oh, let's go to the page source. Do you know how many times people have like put a URL and they go, I really like that carousel. How do they do it? And I'm literally like, did you inspect page source? No. Well, go and do it, because you'll then get the class name and then you'll know what it is. You'll now have the div. Take the div, dump it into your own website. But the style ain't there. Yeah, I know, but you got the class names. Now do inspect again and you'll see the class styling. Shit, you got everything there for you. You know, sometimes you can even dump the JavaScript, and if it's in the page source and it's feeding it off from somewhere, you've got everything there. And in this day and age with ChatGPT, you have no excuse. Seriously, people, right? This one does get on my nerves a little bit. So many people, they say, I'm a web designer, I'm a web developer, I've been doing it for 5 years or whatever. Yeah, you know, I'm quite good. But how do I do this? Don't get me wrong. You can't look at something and work out automatically how to do it. But if it's WordPress and it's not locked behind where you can't access the code or whatever, you can go to page source and get the div for the HTML part, but you can find it and get it. You can get the CSS and you can probably get the JS as well. You can dump all of that into ChatGPT, clarifying, here's the div or the HTML, here's the CSS for the style, here's the script for the JS if you can get it. Can you now modify that to do X, Y, Z? And it will probably dump out the code and you test it. Not quite right. You go back and refine your question or you prompt it to improve it. And you will get to where you need to get to. Because you can't expect people in forums to give you the perfect answer. Because with AI, we are now more empowered than ever before to problem solve. I know you're going to say, yeah, but AI is trained on what exists, so it might not know the answer. If you give it the code that you can get out of the page, it will work it out for you. I am telling you the truth here, because it flipping does. Ooh, nearly spilt that. Sorry, I'm just quickly reading the comments. Okay, I'm scanning down. I won't discuss everything because some of these are comments back and forth, but they all make sense. Floyd says, "Are you still following the Who Matt is going to hold development of? Are you still hold? Yeah, I mean, look, Matt Mullingweg, right? I have on I could show you, but I won't show you. Is I have invited him several times to come on a live chat with me. On 3 occasions, he has said yes, but he won't then set a date or time. I don't know if he is stalling. I don't know if he's afraid. I don't know if he's just, lying to me about wanting to go live or not. I don't know. But I have said to him, if you come live, I'm not going to be difficult, but I will try and get a little bit more deeper into facts. And here's the first fact I want to give you, and I really hope that some of you can answer this for me, okay? Ugman says, what is better, ACF or pods? If you want repeaters, pods. If you are prepared to pay for ACF Pro, go with ACF. If you don't need repeaters, go with ACF because you got custom post type now. Pods, if you want the repeaters without going for ACF Pro, then go for pods. And again, this is one of those things where you could easily go to ChatGPT and say, tell me the difference between ACF, ACF Pro, and pods, and it will tell you. These are things you can actually ask ChatGPT and it will give you for you. Hey, Raheem, my son is saying, hey, I feel like that's the only thing he knows what to write. Right, where was I getting to? I've lost my train of thought again. What was my train? Yes, here we go. Matt Mullingweg. Here's the question I want you all to stop and think about right now and answer for me. Okay? The biggest issue with the whole WP engine and automatic was not just down to the finances. They are going after them because they are financially rich. And that's the bit that disgusts me. Just because they make loads of money, you've ignored everyone else. So what if WP Engine were not making loads of money? You probably wouldn't go after them. That's the issue I have. But the fundamental problem here is it wasn't just about the money. The money is one aspect, but the fundamental problem was how many hours are WP Engine contributing to the hey Paul, thanks for the like. How many hours are WP Engine contributing towards WordPress core in terms of, like support, development, questions? Hey Artif, Merry Christmas, my dear friend. Hope you're all right. I hope your family's okay. I hope you all had wonderful gravy and mash, all over your lamb biryani. I'm not sure lamb biryani and gravy and mash go together. Anyway, Lee Whitling, all of that. But you know what? If you park the money aspect, park all of that, the whole Silver Lake, because that was right. The fundamental thing that kicked a lot of it off was how many hours are WP Engine contributing. Here's the question I want you all to answer. All right. For Christmas, for New Year, right? Fuck everything else. I want you to answer this question. It's coming, right? Are you ready for the question? Say yes, you're ready, because I want to have a quick drink. But tell me if you're ready for the question. There might be a delay, but no one has said they're ready yet, which worries me a little bit. Yes, okay, cool. Right, here's the question. Hey, Bilal, hope you're all right. How do you... I can't even say the question right. How do you record how many hours are contributed? Answer that. How do you record how many hours are contributed? I'm waiting, people. So how would you record how many questions have been answered? How would you do it? Hey? How would you do it? Timesheet. Is it a timesheet though? Because if it's voluntary contributory hours, are you doing a timesheet? Because let me now quickly show you on screen, right? Let me just show you, right? Okay, so Slack, this is where everything happens, right? The announcements, accessibility, community developments, the core, this is where everything is happening, right? I'm part of it. I have been supporting the training aspect of it. I've been supporting on here for the last 3.5-ish months. No, hold on. October, November. Yeah, 3.5 months. No, 3 months. Sorry, 3 months. I've been supporting on here, okay? I've produced videos on here as well. I've not produced, I've done the voiceover for videos. How do you start to monitor? Like, I'm on this nearly every day, and sometimes it's open, constantly in my background, and I'll chip in and out. How do I know how many hours I've put in? How do I know? How is anyone going to know? You know, is someone going to come over to me and go, "Oh, Imran, I bet you've contributed 0. I'm on it every day." How do you know how much I've done? Maybe I've only done 1 hour a day. Maybe I've dropped in and out. Maybe I've read. Maybe I've liked. Maybe I've agreed to something. Maybe I've commented. Maybe I've done 9 hours a day and I've been on it for 3 months now. How do you register? How do you register? And that is my fundamental question, that if I could get Matt onto a live chat, we need to start a campaign, people. We need to start like a movement. We need to increase the momentum. Come on, Matt. Come on a live chat. And Matt Mullingweg, if you are watching, come on. And I've now told you the question I'm going to ask, so you've got time to prepare your answer. But I think this is the thing that really needs to happen. Because since September, everyone is going on about, this is how many hours automatic staff contribute, and this is how much WP Engine do. How have you worked out that number? How? How have you come to that number? It just doesn't work, does it? Right? How have we done that? Okay. Anyway, so that's all I'm going to say about that. I mean, that's not the focus of today's live chat, but it's just something I wanted to bring up because obviously someone asked the question. That's really true, Floyd. I mean, look, he has gone on smaller ones though. He has gone on smaller ones, Floyd. So it's not all the big ones, you know. But what I will say is this, and I'm going to be really controversial here. Do you want me to be controversial about why I feel like why I feel like some people won't come on and why some of them don't debate with me, right? Because if your face don't fit, and that's all I'm going to say there, if your face don't fit with some of the seniority in the WordPress automatic, they ain't going to want to join in, all right? Right, back to 2025. So I'm working on a couple of guides. I actually spent a week on a guide and then I dumped it because I was like, oh, this isn't working. This is like causing me more stress to complete. And because I don't do like early adopters pricing, so you pay me before I create a course, I felt, well, why am I spending time on this? But I'm working on a couple of guides that I will share out in about 2 or 3 weeks' time. And I'm also going to do a series of videos about getting clients, improving your business, your profile, your branding, how to be more productive as a web designer, but also maybe as a content creator and stuff like that. Because I do think a lot of people are struggling. And more people are getting anxious with the rise of AI and all of that. Oh my God, can I still design websites? You know, oh, I'm struggling to do X, Y, Z. And I really feel like there needs to be a bit of a pep talk, advice about how you can better yourself for the future. But how you also need to think about now, about how to protect yourself now. And I won't go into too many details, but there's stuff you can do as well. Floyd says, could it possibly be a complete halt to W? Look, if they do, yeah, that's going to hurt them more. And it will hurt all of their team members who are like, we love you, Matt. We support you, Matt. We don't care what you do. We hate WP Engine. We hate Silver Lake. We hate all of them. We love you. They're the ones who will hate it if suddenly there was a halt. So how do I manage my time? Bilal says, easy. I have Notion. I have a calendar. I like to think 4 weeks ahead. What am I going to do on every day? I might shift things around. Every morning, I get up at 5 a.m. I'm on my stepper over here. Got a screen up there, just up there. I've got this, which I open up and I put my keyboard and mouse on and I can work early in the morning. And the first thing I do while I'm looking at my emails, so it's not the first thing I do, but while I'm looking at my emails, I go through what am I going to do today, right? So from 5 to 6, 6 to 7, 7 to 8, and when I stop at 8, 8 to 9 will be like sorting my son out, having a shower, getting ready, all of that stuff. Then 9 to 10, 10 to 11, 11 to 12, until say 4 p.m. What am I going to be doing? And then from 4 p.m. to 9 p.m. is family time, catching up on TV, eating, doing stuff, whatever. 9 p.m. onwards, I may do a little bit more. So I do plan for the year, the stuff I want to do, but then I plan more systematically for the next 4 weeks and then on the day. So I got my Notion, 9 to 10, 10 to 11, 5 to 6, all of that. And it's not just work I put in there. I have a column for work. I have a column for how many calories do I want to burn. So today so far, I haven't done as much, but today, I don't know, you probably can't see it actually. I've done 3,000, though it's gone off now, innit? It keeps going off when I do that. 3,038, you probably can't see it, right? 38 calories, all right? And I've done 322 minutes of exercise activity, of stepping and stuff like that. So that's like what? 5 hours and 22 minutes, right? I have targets for exercise, targets for work, targets for what I want to achieve for the day. So I want to go to sleep feeling great. When I go to bed, I don't want to be stressing out about bills or income or what I need to pay or how much do I need to clear on my credit card or this or that. I want to have stuff done. Do I work for clients? Yes, but I've reduced the amount of clients I do. So about 3.5 years ago, the most we ever did was about 82 clients in 1 year. Then the following year, I reduced it down. It must have been about 40 odd. Last year is it's either 15 or 12. I think it's 15, if my number's right. And in 2024, I knocked it down to about 7 or 8. Because some of them were big projects or whatever. I'm quite happy just doing like 3 or 4 a year, if that, because that's not my only income stream in how I do things, kind of thing. Because I never want to be reliant on just clients, because clients come and go. You can have a busy period. I remember we had to do 3 clients in 1 week because they were big projects, but they wanted to get done, and I was able to shift things around and get them done. And then you have a quiet period. And I don't like that. I like to know that when a client comes in, that's extra gravy. But there's other streams, regular, to keep yourself afloat in a way. So yeah, Bilal, I don't just do YouTube. YouTube is like, seriously, right? If I was, let's just pretend, right, these are like income streams, right? Web design client work can make up 20%. YouTube is like 10%, not even that. And there's other stuff, stocks and shares. There's other stuff I do, consultancy, not just for web design. There's also health consultancy and business consultancy in other areas. So I think about the bigger picture. Courses, people buy a course, whatever. So you got to think bigger picture kind of thing. Yeah, you got to think bigger picture. I mean, and don't forget, I was head of business intelligence in the NHS, and I gave that up. So I sacrificed my job, right? And that was a very, 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 very well paid job. And I sacrificed that, took a risk because I have other stuff to manage. Never rely. No, I don't need to have a team, VJ. I have found that it's easier to manage things myself and get on with things and not be reliant. So I've been let down in the past when I've worked with some team members, and I don't like that. So Floyd, yes, I've changed the layout a bit. I've changed the layout, so I put one screen there, one screen there. I've just shifted it around because I just wanted to have a little bit of versatility, and you can see a blue light bar here at the moment. So I've just shifted things around. No, I don't do crypto. No, Bilal. No. I don't do crypto, right? Too volatile for my liking. I do stocks and shares. Do you know what I mean? And when it comes to time management, I might share it. I might share it one day. I'll share a version of it. But what you have to be able to do is tinker with it on a daily basis, kind of thing, and you'll be all right. But yeah, I don't do crypto. Yeah, and thank you, Floyd, hitting 100K. Right, before we went on to that, I was talking about something. What was I talking about? Oh, damn, it's gone out of my head now. No, I think it was that. It wasn't. So I don't like to rely just on web design, mainly because what if clients stop wanting to work with you? YouTube, you don't believe, like, a lot of people, you hear reports about Mr. Beast is making millions and whatever, and, KSI and, Jake Paul, all these people, they're making loads of money. They make money because when they put out a video, like in the first hour, they'll get like 100,000 views. And the algorithm then, there's more adverts, there's more income generated, right? Anyone here who does YouTube videos, and I think some of you do, right? Anyone here who's got over 1,000 subs, go and ask them how much they make per day. Just go and ask. And when you hit 100,000 subs, don't assume that because you've gone from 1,000 subscribers to 100,000, that the amount of income you make is gone up times 100. So let me give you an idea, right? Let's just say you made £2 a day. Let's pretend here, right? You got 1,000 subs and you make £2 a day because you get some views, right? And now you're 100,000. That £2 does not now go from £2 to £200 a day. That is not how it works at all. Because if you look at my videos, has anyone seen how many views I got on the video I put out yesterday? Has anyone seen that? So at the time I last checked, I think it was 4-something hundred. That's kind of the general average I get. I was getting that when I had 2,000 subscribers. I'm still getting the same rough rate. So the amount of people that watch hasn't shot up. I have more subs. That doesn't mean I get more views. The amount of income you make is peanuts. But I never started the YouTube channel to make money. The YouTube channel was to create solutions, share solutions to give me a reminder of what I've done, because even I forget things, but to also build up my branding and to hopefully get deals with companies and stuff. And it's worked on that aspect. But YouTube is, you're not going to make money unless you're killing it with the views on a daily, weekly basis. You could release a video one per month, but people keep coming to watch it over and over again. That's where you make a killing for it. Was it 1,500? Sorry, I'm wrong there, Kaiser. It's been out 2 days though, hasn't it? I think it's been out 2 days. Yeah, I mean, I don't use affiliate programs like the Honey extension or anything like that. And to be honest though, Floyd, I think a lot of them kind of knew that. I think a lot of them kind of knew that there was some sort of like, you know, there'll be a cut or a slice. But I don't use affiliate stuff like that. I do have affiliate links for Elementor in my profile because I use Elementor. If you get it, I'll get a bit of a cut of that, a small cut. But I'm very transparent about any affiliations that are going on. So Yusuf says, I'm currently watching your auto scroll carousel infinite loop, but how can you find image link? I'm not sure I understand the question for that. So 2025 is I'm going to be a little bit more blunt with people that say they want me to work with them. I will tell them how much it costs. If you don't want to pay it, you don't pay it. If you ask a question in the Facebook group and I jump in to answer, I'll do my best. But a lot of people, they ask a question and they tag me. I don't reply to half of them because I think it's a bit rude when you have a question, but you then go, Imran, how do I do this? Imran, help me out. Why should I help you out? You know, the Facebook group is free. I'm not charging you membership. If I was, then maybe I should respond to it, but I don't have to, right? Anyway, Floyd, take care, mate. I'm sure I'll see you around. Happy New Year if I don't see you before that. And I keep going. I keep working. I'm actually going to be ending the live chat in a couple of minutes anyway. We've been on for 1 hour, 2 minutes, and I want to get on with some other stuff because I can hear my wife and my son sorting out their dinner, and I want some dinner, and then we're going to watch Squid Games season 2. I'll tell you what, lately, right, there's always something on TV to do, and I'm glad you like the live chats. I try to be really, I do repeat myself a lot, the same question, and you answer it in a different way, but I'm very honest and transparent, and I walk the walk, all right? I don't just talk the talk. I like to create new innovative ways of solving a problem that hopefully empowers you to become a better web designer. And if you see how I solve something, you're going to have a better way. Go with your better way. If you think you can make any of my codes better, tell me. Let me know as well. But go and make the code better. Never rely on one person or one tool or one solution or this is how you do it. If you don't do it like this, you're rubbish. Don't just get sucked into, well, this is how you got to do it. Because you know what you need to know to get stuff done. So if I know I can pick this up and drink it like this, because that's how I like to do it, and it works, then I don't need you to tell me how to drink it differently. And that's how you should treat life, all right? Thanks, Learn and Earn. All right, do what you need to do. Don't let anyone, you know, make you follow their way of doing it. Because you know you. You do you. Raheem is here. I'm going to say goodbye because I want to go and eat. And then we're going to watch Squid Games Season 2, aren't we, Raheem?
Later.
No, we're going to watch it now after dinner.
Yeah, we're cooking.
Yeah, after cooking, we're going to eat and then we're going to watch Squid Game Season 2. He's more excited than he likes to make out because I know he wants to watch it, even though he's a kid and I know he shouldn't be watching Squid Game Season 2. But hey, we're going to watch Squid Game Season 2. Sue me. No, don't sue me because that would be really bad. I don't want to pay anything like that. I hope you like, subscribe, share, and follow. This is Imran and Raheem from Web Squadron. Happy New Year if we don't see you. And if I do see you, Happy New Year. Take care. Bye.